Biden to restrict investments in China, citing national security threats. Resolve to fight, former Japanese Prime Minister on defending Taiwan. CCTV reports false information about flood release, Chinese citizens protest and clash with police. Dead animals lie by the roadside after floods, building field hospitals for epidemic prevention.
According to people familiar with the discussions, the Biden administration plans on August 9th to announce new restrictions on American investments in specific advanced industries in China. Supporters have described this move as necessary to protect national security. The New York Times reported that the action would be among the first significant steps taken by the U.S. in its economic clash with China to restrict financial flow. It might pave the way for future increased investment restrictions between the two nations. The restrictions would prevent private equity and venture capital firms from investing in specific high-tech industries, including quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and advanced semiconductors. This aims to stop the transfer of American dollars and expertise to China. Companies investing in a broader range of Chinese industries must also report that activity. Hence, the government would have better insight into financial exchanges mutually. Biden officials have emphasized that outright restrictions on investment would narrowly target a few sectors that could aid the Chinese military or surveillance state as they work to tackle security risks without interfering with legitimate business with China. Emily Benson, the director of the Project on Trade and Technology at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a Washington think tank, said, "There is mounting evidence that U.S. capital is being used to advance Chinese military capabilities, and that the U.S. lacks a sufficient means of combating this activity." Claire Chu, a senior China analyst at Jane's, a defense intelligence company, said, "For a long time, the U.S. national security community has been reticent to recognize the international financial system as a potential warfighting domain." She added, "And the business community has pushed back against what it considers to be the politicization of private markets. And so this is not only an interagency effort, but an exercise in intersectoral coordination." According to Chu, officials would need to work closely with Silicon Valley and Wall Street to communicate and enforce the policy effectively. Former Japan Prime Minister Aso Taro arrived in Taiwan on August 7th morning for a 3-day visit to the island. On August 8th, he said that Japan, the U.S., and other countries must show strong determination to defend Taiwan against an attacking force. Reuters cited Aso as saying, "The most important thing now is to make sure that war doesn't break out in the Taiwan Strait." He continued, "I believe that now is the time for Japan, Taiwan, the United States, and other like-minded countries to be prepared to put into action very strong deterrence." The former Prime Minister of Japan from 2008 to 2009 added, "It's the resolve to fight." He argued that clearly showing the will to defend Taiwan is a form of deterrence. Aso did not mention the Chinese regime as a force threatening the security of Taiwan and the region in his statements. However, observers understood that he was referring to the power ruling China. Aso is now vice president of Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party. He has become the most senior Japanese official to visit Taiwan since 1972. In 2021, Aso, the then deputy prime minister, said that any attack by the Chinese regime on Taiwan was a threat to Japan's survival. He also said that Japan and the U.S. would jointly defend Taiwan in the event of an invasion. In recent days, Beijing, Hebei, Tianjin, and other areas in China have been affected by heavy rainfall. Thousands of people have lost their homes, floods have washed away properties, and there are many casualties and missing individuals. A video clip shows hundreds of people in Bazhou and Langfang cities, Hebei province, gathering in front of the city government building to protest and demand compensation. They raised banners that read, "Give me back my home." It's clearly due to flood release, but they're saying it's because of rain. The authorities deployed many armed police and special forces to suppress the protesters. Local internet users shared images of people gathering and demonstrating in front of the municipal government building. On August 4th, the CCTV website published an article with the title, "Bazhou, Hebei, Heavy rain causes some villages to submerge. All trapped individuals rescued, stating that the flooding in Bazhou was due to the impact of rain. CCTV News also broadcasted this news simultaneously, sparking public outrage because residents knew that the government intended to sacrifice Bazhou to save Beijing, and the rescue teams on site testified that CCTV was putting on a show. Faced with public dissatisfaction and media pressure, on August 5th, the Bazhou Municipal Party Committee and the city authorities sent a letter to the villagers. The letter stated that since 2 a.m. on August 1st, Hebei province had decided to activate floodwater containment and storage in the Dongdian area, which is at the border between Hebei and Tianjin. The letter read, "All residents in the Dongdian area of our city have followed the order, actively responded, and left their homes without hesitation." This letter also amounted to officials admitting that the flooding in Bazhou was due to flood release. A local internet user condemned the CCTV article. Domestic internet users also shared videos and numerous images depicting the grim situation of flooded houses. Others took to Weibo one after another to accuse the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, of shamelessness. This is a flood release, not heavy rain. Why report randomly? Give the people of Bazhou an explanation. It's clearly a flood release, but they say it's heavy rain. We abandoned our homes to make way for the flood. Our families are scattered in different places, seeking refuge. Watching the flood slowly submerge our homeland, we can do nothing but cry. Now we suffer the pain of our homeland being destroyed. Yet the media reports lies. Where is justice? CCTV's website distorted the truth. Bazhou and Zhuozhou suffered from flood release, with floodwaters so high. Countless villages, countless houses have been lost. Aerial photos of these villages shows floodwaters so high that only rooftops are visible. They say it's because of the rain. Isn't that unfair to the farmers who lost their families? What about their losses? What about their homes? Why did they have to move? How much rain fell during Typhoon Doksuri? Can the CCP's Weibo provide truthful information? Recent days have seen continuous heavy rainfall in the Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei region, leading to flooding. A record-breaking rain event in Hebei province has extended into this week. Many places are experiencing power cuts and shortages of water and food. In Zhuozhou, the water depth has reached almost 43 feet, or 13 meters, and animal carcasses and waste are scattered along the roads. The most concerning aspect among international observers is that this prolonged flood could trigger a new wave of virus transmission. Dead animals exposed on roadsides, anti-epidemic personnel busy with disinfection. Online videos show the streets of Zhuozhou, where the floodwaters have receded, but the water remains murky. Cigarette butts, trash bags, and abandoned vehicles float in the water, while sheep, dogs, and other animals lie stranded on the roadside. According to Radio Free Asia, some residents expressed concerns about epidemic prevention work post-flooding. Some mentioned a pressing need for government support regarding disinfection or providing disinfection supplies. On August 5th, an employee from the Zhuozhou Disease Control and Prevention Center responded that large-scale disinfection would be conducted in urban areas. The center also stated that the deteriorating ecological environment leads to mosquito breeding after heavy rains and floods. Water and food sources become susceptible to contamination. The reduced immunity due to the psychological and physical impact of flooding were factors that could lead to the emergence of infectious diseases. People need to be cautious about major diseases following significant disasters. Provinces invest heavily in constructing field hospitals. Is the COVID-19 virus making a comeback? COVID has ravaged China for the past 3 years. Field hospitals were constructed in various provinces and cities in China to treat patients with mild symptoms. However, they were all dismantled or repurposed after the pandemic subsided. Recently, news of new field hospital construction projects has emerged, fueling speculation about a potential resurgence of the disease. A few days ago, the official website of the Wenshan city government in Yunnan province announced candidates for a field hospital construction project. The announcement mentioned that the planned area for the field hospital in Wenshan is 130,000 square feet, or 12,000 square meters. with a total construction area of almost 72,000 square feet. On August 1st, some individuals in Heilongjiang discovered a public notice about constructing a field hospital within a residential area. The statement indicated that the construction site is located in Tianjin District, Jiamuxi City, Heilongjiang Province, with a land area of almost 69,000 square feet. Harbin City, Heilongjiang Province, also constructed a field hospital. According to the Heilongjiang Public Resource Trading Center website, Phase 3 of the Harbin City Cabin Hospital has a total land area of 211,000 square feet and a total construction area of 215,000 square feet, comprising 3 floors, mainly including 1,000 hospital beds and auxiliary rooms. Different local authorities in China have yet to provide consistent information, leading the public to wonder whether a new virus will sweep China again.